Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hope you're doing well. So, Elon Musk had a bit of a suspect salute for us. And what's strange is you could look at it as the Roman salute. If you're looking at scary salutes, there is the fist, power fist. This forehead salute has been used by the communist military. Fidel Castro has saluted. You have hand gestures used by countless nefarious people, neutral people, good people. And it's really all about the angle, isn't it? And we have to be cautious of how the media is going to turn us into a frenzy. Remember, this same media ignored the Hunter Biden laptop, censored, okay? You have to remember, they ignored Ashley Biden's diary. Biden, when he was sniffing kids, they said nothing. Kamala Harris's word salad, they didn't hold her to the account. You just have to look at when he fell off his bike, fell off Air Force One, made verbal gaffes, how his dementia, his feebleness, his brittleness, his frailty was quite apparent, and that so many liberal talking heads ignored this, okay? And now that their favorite guy that they get the most views from is back in office, they're going to be pumping out stories in order to get that monetization revenue. So watch your anxiety levels, watch your stress levels, okay? And remember, the sky isn't falling, and you have to be cautious of where you put your worry. I would tell you that it's not likely that in 4 years Trump's going to install a fascistic regime and we're all going to be enslaved by Elon Musk's robots and be forced to have a Neuralink chip placed in us, okay? Inflation is high, the cost of groceries is immense, healthcare bankruptcy is, too high for comfort, pollution is a serious problem, the quality of public schools, another problem. Crime is unhinged, gangs roam about, high amounts of Americans are addicted to drugs and are alcoholics. We have abortion rates too high, single motherhood. We have a lot of things we need to actually work on to improve the culture. So just be cautious of the journalists who are going to make you have a tizzy over hand gestures, okay? And remember, trolling is free publicity, okay? And I really hope people don't lose sight of what's important. And if you remember the last cycle of when Trump was in office, you couldn't escape hearing about him, okay? And I would hear about him at work, because I live in a liberal area. They'd be complaining back in the day in college. They hear complaining. You just couldn't really escape it. And it can get kind of daunting. Really daunting. And the hypocrisy of the liberals who worry about fascism when they wouldn't let us unjabbed take a math class. Not even on Zoom. And I remember the college, I tried to get all these appeals. And I was like, why do I need to have the jab before doing Zoom classes? They said it's non-negotiable. You have to submit it by this date, proof of vaccination, or you can't go to class. But if I have the flu or some other illness, I get to go to class. And even when you tell them, like, I've caught it twice, I was fine, I didn't have to be hospitalized, why can't I go? And now they took away that mandate. But we weren't our education paths were slowed down because of their totalitarian medical tyranny. Okay? They didn't believe we had a right to say no of what we could put into our bodies. Now that more information has come out, they look like fools. But for people who held the line and said a college doesn't have the right to force anything into your body against your will, for the sake of education, we were called extremists. People like Piers Morgan and others, said we shouldn't be allowed to go to hospitals. we should be forced to suffer if we need medical care because we didn't take a Pfizer product. It's absurd how quickly they try to erase that. Alright? So keep that in mind, that these are the same people who, they want you to lose your job if you don't say a man in a dress is a woman. They want you to be totally ruined if, as a woman, if you don't want males, cross-dressing eunuch males, in your private spaces watching you get undressed in the locker room. Okay? Let us just remember that these same people as well believe you can do hormone treatments and plastic surgery on minors who identify with their mental illness. Okay? We have to remember who these people are and not make amnesia occur. Okay? I hope that Elon Musk reforms himself, but remember, Elon Musk was serving the Zionists. He hates Muslims. So how can he be a anti-Semitic fascist if he's working for the Zionists? Please just remember that. He can't be both at the same time. Okay? He can't be paid by the Jays and then at the same time be installing a regime that has anti-J essence to it. It's a contradiction. Okay? So, hopefully his trolling stops, but, you know, trolling does get you free publicity, and Elon Musk does love publicity. So I wouldn't take it that serious, to be quite honest with you. You cannot install a communist dictatorship in America in 4 years, I'd argue. You can't install fascism and socialism in that much time, so think about it. Let me know what you think. Please like, comment, subscribe. Take care.